Alright guys, so today we're going to build that tunnel and firewall on the RX-7, the paddy car. So I was thinking about it for a while now, and I wasn't sure how I was going to execute that firewall to make it look factory, make it look as it should. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it out of the sheet metal, mark it out, put a couple of beads in it, and then I'm going to take it to the English wheel. I'm going to drop a bicycle tube on the top roller so we get a nice rounding where the firewall meets the tunnel. So that looks plus minus how it should. Otherwise we're going to just have a flat firewall with a flat tunnel meeting each other, and that I'm not too keen on that. That doesn't look too good. So we're gonna try. So let's see how that pans out. First let me get this tube on the roller. Alrighty, so I cut my bicycle tire or tube, and we got this. See how it's curved only to one way and it's not making a dome. So that just shows us that my move worked like a treat. So yeah, let's start building a tunnel. Excuse the shop guys, I'll make a plan sometime one weekend when we don't have deadlines, which don't know when that will be, to clean it up a bit. But yeah, without talking too much, let's try and get a tunnel in the paddy car real quick. Many hours later. Alrighty, so I marked this out so we can bead drill there and just give it some detail real quick, and then it's to make the tunnel piece that's gonna be next. That's gonna be a bit of a humdinger, but let's see. So let's roll those in and see how they look. Alright, as suspected, many hours later, I've got sort of a tunnel or firewall, and I don't think it's too bad. I think we're gonna have a couple of patch panels to weld those corners up, and then yeah, not too shabby. Morning guys, so we're busy with this tunnel and it's a new day, as you guys can see. Just trying to figure out to put in the clutch master there on our tunnel, and I'll show you in a little bit how it looks so far. So we're almost ready to weld it in. Just gonna drop a hole in there for the master cylinder for the clutch. And then yeah, it's the moment of truth. We're going to drop it in, and hopefully it doesn't look too awkward. So I think it looks right. Let me get to it. Alright, so I need to drop in that hole there. But yeah, there's a firewall so far. Yeah, there's a couple of things that I would have changed maybe, but yeah, this is what we've got at the moment. So I'm gonna drop that hole in just there. Guys. Alrighty, so we're about ready to tag this thing in. We just need to clean the body around the new fresh metal, and away we go. So yeah, hopefully today we can fix this part and do the tunnel, but yeah, let's see how we go. Everything takes a bit more time than you always think, so but yeah, if you stand here and you look at it like that, it looks good. So let me get to welding. Alright, the big moment has arrived, and you guys can see I welded that thing in, and we're gonna loosen the vices. These vices I'm using, and I think it's stuck there. So yeah, we hit it in, and now we've got a firewall in place. So not too unhappy with how that turned out. It doesn't look too shabby, and yeah, need to do the tunnel next. Oh, I'm not sure how I'm gonna tackle that thing, but let's try. Alright, so guys, this is where we're at currently with the paddy driver Duckhams Mazda RX-7. We basically got the tunnel in, we've got the firewall back in, we've got a bit of surface rust going on there as it's rainy season in South Africa at the moment. We found some pieces that we were shorting, this panel in front as well as this cowling on top here. And yeah, I think we're hitting it hard. I think we're going well. Genuinely, I think it's gonna be a looker when we're done. Oh, we got this sorted. We had to fabricate our own spoiler. We didn't have anything to work off, and we made our own thing, and I'm quite pleased the way it came out. I think it looks exactly as it should. We made a mold, it's over there, so I'll have that for sale in the future if anyone is interested in doing something similar. And yeah, so what else have we done? We done the cage. We modified the cage slightly. We want to race this car, or at least exhibit it, do some pretty cool exhibit runs, or whatever you'd like to call them. Yeah, so what we've done some sissy bars down here. We've put in some crosses. We ran the roll cage down to the struts, as you guys can see there, and also in the front. This is to give it a bit more stiffness, rigidity, and also to give it a bit of longevity. I'm always scared that the strut towers start to collapse, and I think these have already. So we're going to build a nice strut brace over the top as well. And yeah, so this is where we're at currently. The tunnel is in, and I think that doesn't look too bad. I'm quite happy with that. We still need to do a bit of welding. I need to get the car on that hoist over there and do the welding from the bottom on the top, finish it up and start primering this bad boy. So most of the body work is done. What I love about this car is you can see all the colors it was in the past. For instance, in the doors here, in its later years, this car was sponsored by IGI. I think it was an insurance company, and yeah, it's everything is there, documented. So what an absolute privilege to be restoring this car. Unfortunately, it doesn't always go as quick as one wants. We've got a bit of customer stuff to do as well to keep the shop rolling. But yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, so also what I like to do is there's a couple of cars that I need to finish that I'll be documenting slightly, not intensively. One of my big mates, Jay, man, he's got a pretty cool RX2 coupe, Gunston car. We're going to finish quite soon. We've done a whole heaps of work to that. But yeah, almost done, guys. We need to prime this. Well, I say almost done. There's a heap of work still to do. But yeah, from where we started to where we are now, yeah, it's pretty cool. Then also we got the front spoiler sort of there. Needs some small tweaks. It looks pretty, yeah, it looks pretty bad down there. On the car it looks like it should. Photos, it looks quite identical. If you guys know what we had to start with, I'll drop a pic and you can see what we had to start with. Yeah, we were pretty close. A lot of work just into that piece over there. So yeah, guys, that's where we're at currently, and a little bit of welding to do, and then we can get it to primer and bodywork, get it painted, and heaps of suspension spares are coming back from sandblasting, powder coating, electroplating. So once this thing is painted, we can get it back on the wheels and we have a roller again. So I'm quite excited for that to happen. So guys, please consider subscribing if you like the videos. That does motivate me quite a bit to do the content, and it's quite hard to do, mixing it with working and everything else. But I'd just like to thank you guys for the support you've given me. Great stuff, guys. I do appreciate it tremendously. So like, comment, subscribe, and I reply to all the comments. And thank you for your time. See you in the next one. Cheers.